Hi, my name is Bob Miller, and I'm a materials engineer and metallurgist with Postal Industries. For some time now, I have been designing a series of presentations and videos, if you may, concerning hard facing and hard banding. Well, the design has come to the point where I need to put this into action. I have a number of topics lined up, such as alloy designations, power supply polarities, metallurgy, and welding parameters, just to mention a few. If you have any suggestions, please feel free to contact me. My email address is shown below. This first video, entitled Alloy ID, is accompanied by Bill Moore. Bill has many administrative skills, and video production is just one of his many talents. Bill will be a key element in these videos, and you'll see him often. The concept of the Hard Facing and Hard Banding Academy is to promote videos, literature, and references regarding various topics, in addition to assembling a number of knowledgeable people for interviews or presentations. Each video will be 5 to 10 minutes in duration. Longer videos will be broken down to accommodate the maximum length of 10 minutes each. Thanks for your attention, and I hope you enjoy this project as much as I have in producing it.
Bob, we all read about this steel and that steel, and some refer to a number like a 4140 and or a 1030, and even mild steel and low alloy steel. Is there some kind of a logical numbering system in place that I can use to tell what different steels are?
It is confusing for sure, but remember, we are dealing with engineers, and that usually means some kind of reference numbering system. I'm not sure it's logical, but from my perspective it is. Let's look at this in more depth. The system is based upon the alloy content and the alloying elements of each steel. We know that carbon is by far the most important element in quenched and tempered steels. Non-magnetic stainless steels, however, don't have any carbon in them, or at least it's very low. And therefore there is a different numbering system than the one we're going to discuss today. For now, let's just deal with the carbon steels. You can think of this as a roadmap to all phases that iron makes as carbon is increased. This tells a metallurgist what to expect in the way of different structures of the iron-carbon system. As you can see, increasing carbon above 2% transforms the structure from a carbon steel to cast iron. The point in showing you this diagram is to emphasize the importance of carbon. It is so important that the AISI and the SAE numbering system revolves around how much carbon is in each steel type.
Okay, Bob, but what really is AISI and SAE? What do they really mean?
Well, Bill, the AISI is an acronym for the American Iron and Steel Institute, and SAE is an acronym for the Society of Automotive Engineers. Both have the same numbering system, and it's used throughout North America. The rest of the world uses another system, but that is outside the scope of this chip.
So you're telling me that both the AISI and SAE designation of every carbon steel has the carbon content listed in its number?
Yes, that's exactly right. However, the carbon content is really a decimal number. For example, if a steel has 0.20% carbon in it, it actually appears in a numbering system as a whole number and as the last digits in that numbering system. And this brings us to the beginning of the actual number. What I mean by this is that the first two numbers tell us that the alloy also contains other elements such as chromium, nickel, molybdenum, and a host of others.
Okay, so the alloy steel is a two-part combination of the carbon content and alloy content.
Not quite. You are right about the carbon content, but the alloy content is just a general term and doesn't reflect the elemental content. Let me show you how this works. For a very simple mild steel with 0.20% carbon and no alloy content, the number would be 1020. Stands for plain carbon and 20 stands for the carbon content in round numbers. A 1040 steel contains no alloy because of the 10 designation and also contains 0.40% carbon. Another example is 4140. From what we know now, we have an alloy that contains 0.40% carbon and also contains chromium and molybdenum. The 41 is a designation for a chromoly steel. As a comparison, let's look at 4340. This has exactly the same amount of carbon as the 4140, that is 0.40% carbon. But the 43 designation tells us that the steel alloy contains chromium, molybdenum, and nickel. Here's a whole list of alloy designations that you might find helpful. You don't have to commit these to memory. I haven't in 45 years because I can easily look it up on the internet under AI, SI, alloy designations. I just want to make you aware of this and where to find it if necessary.
Okay, Bob, I noticed the other day in an article regarding bearing steels that alloy under discussion was a 52-100 steel. Is this the same numbering system we're discussing here today?
Yes, but the 100 does throw us off a bit. Remember I said that the last digits are the carbon content in whole numbers. Therefore, the 100 is actually 1.00% carbon, and the 52 is a chromium steel designation.
All right, Bob, that certainly clears things up a bit. The numbering system actually appears to make some sense. Thanks for your help.